Hello, my name is Ben Wood, and today I'm going to be sharing with you a short video on how to blend your SEO and pay-per-click data to make smarter decisions on where you can trim budget in what are obviously tough economic times for many businesses. So before we get into it, a little bit about me. I'm Digital Director at Hallam, so I'm responsible for all the SEO and pay-per-click activity that goes on within the agency. I regularly blog on some of the industry's leading websites, such as Search Engine Land and Search Engine Journal, and I occasionally guest lecture at Nottingham-Trent University. If you want to stay in touch with me or what's going on at Hallam, then my Twitter handle is here. I guess just to briefly set the scene, it's no surprise that marketing budgets are being impacted by COVID-19. These are the results of a survey interviewing heads of marketing across the UK on what is going to happen with their marketing budgets over the next few months. Now, clearly these are going to be unchanged. They may be operating in e-commerce niches who are actually profiting or doing well and riding out the current economic times. But there are many, and 47% of the respondents said that they're going to have to reduce marketing budgets over the coming months. Now, this is hitting digital advertising spend. It's clearly hitting physical events because of social distancing and the fact that exhibitions actually can't take place right now. But digital advertising is going to be impacted just as much. So you're going to have a 38% reduction in advertising spend over the coming months. Now, we need to advise brands on a logical course of action here, which is going to minimize long-term damage, so that it could potentially be damaging to switch off all advertising completely, because you're going to have completely invisible brand when it comes to advertising. You're going to have to restart campaigns in a few months' time potentially, and all your data over that period has been lost. So the campaigns and the learning period is going to have to restart all over again, and it may have long-term damage to the business. So what we're going to talk about here is how to make smarter use of previous performance data and pick out the areas of accounts and of certain campaigns that can be paused based on the data that we're seeing. So the first step to doing this is making sure that you're blending your PPC and SEO keyword data together in one place so you can get greater insight into your performance. So the tool we've used to do this in this case is called Power BI. There are other tools you can use to get the same outcome. Google Data Studio, Tableau are two that you can use to do this as well. And what we're looking to do here is pull in keyword data and get the metrics from our SEO side of things. So you're going to get your ranking position for organic search, you're going to get impression data, you're going to get clicks from organic, and then you're comparing that data for the same keywords from Google Ads and from your PPC accounts. So you can see you're getting your paid spend data, you're getting your paid cost per click and your paid position versus organic position. And what you can do here is create some really cool graphs to highlight trends in the data. So as an example here, before we go into talk about how we're going to identify cuts, in normal times, what we could do here is identify opportunities. So in this case here, we've got a keyword up here which has got ridiculously high organic impressions, but it's got 0 paid spend. Now, what you might want to do as a brand is make sure that you're ranking really well organically, and also put a bit of budget into bidding on that keyword as well, so that if any of your competitors try and bid on that to take some of that potential traffic away from you in the search results, you're dominating the results for that particular keyword, and you're making sure you're maximizing the amount of traffic you're able to get for that, bearing in mind if it's a relevant keyword. So here's just an example of some of the ways you can use this data to spot opportunities. Now, if you're looking to start making cuts to your advertising spend using the same principles, the most logical place to start is identifying those keywords that are ranking really well organically. So they're going to potentially have less of an impact than where you have little organic coverage, and pausing those. So what we've done here is we've ordered the table by the ranking position from organic search. And you can start to add up, all this cost here of keywords where we're ranking potentially position 1, 2, 3. You can maybe just filter it out by keywords in the top 5 and calculate the budget there that you'd be able to save. So if you're able to make smaller cuts and just more strategic cuts rather than blanket pausing everything, then obviously this is the place to start, because you still got decent organic coverage. That's not to say that some of your competitors might still be bidding on these, so you're still going to lose out in some way. But it'll be less of an impact in the business than pausing absolutely everything. Now, we can't deny here that there's going to be further savings required, and likely some advertisers are going to have to pause their entire accounts. Now, if you have to do that, then we need to make sure we've got some SEO coverage as well as quickly as possible. Now, SEO is a longer term approach, but any steps we take now may start to impact in the medium term. So let's say 1 or 2 months time, if we put the effort in now, you might start to get better results from your SEO in the coming months. So let's say that in this scenario, the client's asked us to pause everything in the account. So we'd look here at potentially keywords from organic that are performing in position greater than number 5. So by greater, I mean higher, which isn't good for SEO. So let's say you're ranking at position 84 in organic search. You're getting 0 traffic at the moment. What we'd look to do here is, if we're going to be pausing these keywords, group them together into clusters of into topics, pass this data onto our SEO team, and set them the challenge of, create content for this group of keywords here. Try and get that content ranking over the next couple of months. Start to pick these positions up and start to acquire more traffic from organic search to make up for that lost traffic that you used to pay for through paid. Now, hopefully this is temporary, and the paid campaigns will be switched back on in a few months' time. But to mitigate any long-term impact to the businesses that we're representing, we have to focus on sharing this data and making sure that we're capitalizing on the SEO side of things while the paid is potentially paused. So in terms of next steps, I will be providing more information on this topic on the Hallam blog. I'm going to write up an article which shows you how to set this dashboard up in the next couple of weeks. And the guys will be sharing more tips like this on Hallam TV over the next couple of weeks too. So thank you very much for tuning in and listening, and I hope you have a good rest of the week. Thank you.